Hey, Sensei Andy here. Now we're going to take a look at the code of conduct for parents. Yes, we have rules for parents too, and these are important because the rules for parents help parents understand what is required from them to help their children grow and develop to the best of their ability. At the end of the day, every parent wants their child to be the best they can possibly be. And you don't know martial arts like we do. So these are here just to help you understand if you want your child to be the best they can be, this is the best way to approach it. Let's take a look. Rule number one is to encourage your child to follow the rules and train with them at home. Okay, that sounds really bizarre, right? But we have rules here, and we get a lot of students that get brought to classes and the parents want them to become more disciplined, more mindful, listen better, and all those things. If you mirror those rules we have here at home, it starts to create those good, solid habits. So they understand that they're not just good habits to have when you're at a dojo, they're good habits to have in life. So by training with those rules while you're at home, it's going to help develop a better mindset for your child and help them grow and develop a lot faster. Number two, discourage any unfair play or rule breaking or arguing of any kind between your child and the instructors or even referees when you go to competition. It's really important to understand that students need to understand that there is a hierarchy, and when they're told to do something by someone that's higher than them, they need to understand that there is a level of respect they need to basically extend to those people. So no arguing, okay, no unfair play, just following the rules because it's really important. Number three, help your child to understand that their performance is just as important as their results. So in instances where they don't get the result they want, it's their performances we want you to be highlighting to them so they understand that they're still working hard, they're still doing well, okay? It's not just about belts, it's not just about rewards, it's about understanding they're getting better and being recognized by you. Okay, you guys are their best role models ever, and if you don't notice their performances, then it's going to be really demotivating for them. So parents noticing their child's performances just over their results is crucial to their mental development. Number four, please ensure you encourage reliability and good timekeeping when it comes to lessons. Okay, this is going to help set your children up for success in the future. When it comes to them going out into the big wide world where they have jobs and things like that, being late is frowned upon in every single industry. Okay, so by making sure we have those key things in place now, it means we set them up for better success as they grow older and as they become more well-rounded adults. Number seven, set a good example by applauding good results and performances by others too. Okay, don't just sit on the sidelines and just applaud your child. Applaud every child on the mat. So your child understands that being part of this is a community-spirited thing, okay? That we applaud everybody for how well they do and how their performances are. So that no matter what, other parents will do it for your child too. Okay, and then that means that they're going to get more applause, they're going to feel they're going to rise up and they're going to feel amazing. How awesome would that be for your child to always feel like they're valued from other people around them? Number six, never belittle or punish your child for losing or making mistakes. Okay, that's not even remotely helpful towards their growth. Okay, if they make mistakes, they make mistakes. We help them learn from it. Our coaching team are trained on how to do this so they learn from the experience rather than feel bad about it. At the same time, if you start doing it whilst we're coaching them, they don't know where their attention should be, whether it should be on the instructor team or on you, the parent. So while they're on the mat, leave it to us. It's our job to help them get better. Your job is to recognize the performance and we'll help them get those performances instead. And that's a much more congruent way to develop and grow as a child and as a martial artist. Number seven, publicly accept instructors' decisions. Okay, it's really, really important. Okay, whatever the instructor's judgment or decisions, you need to publicly accept it. Why? Because it's important to the development of your child and all those around you. Okay, if you decide not to publicly accept them, it causes animosity between yourself, the instructor team, and even the students on the mats. It causes a bad atmosphere. And that's not helpful to their development at all. Okay, our instructor team have been doing this a long time, and we make decisions on a whim sometimes, but you have to accept them because all of our decisions we make are there to help your children develop. We don't want anything bad to happen to them. We want them to grow, and we can also see a lot of potential in some of them. So we need to make sure that we do it in a way that is going to help get their potential out of them, which can be really tricky sometimes. So just publicly trust our judgments, okay, and we will always do the best for your child as much as we can. Number 8, support your child's involvement in martial arts. Actually do something better, get involved too if you want to, because it shows that you care about their journey, okay? Don't be a drop-off parent. Find out what's going on in the community. Jump in, join in, have fun with them. You'll have no idea how much you'll help them grow and develop more because you're part of their journey too. Number 9, use appropriate and proper language at all times. It's not just you we have to consider, it's all the other students on the mat too. We like to use what we call the Disney Code of Conduct language, okay, the Disney language approach, which means we use proper language, we don't swear or say anything negative, we try and be as positive and uplifting as possible. And the reason why is because it helps motivate those around us, okay? We have no idea what walks of life any of our students come from at times, so we need to make sure we're mindful that the actual whole impression and experience we give to them is one of positivity and kindness, because we don't know what they're going to experience when they leave the dojo. So please help us promote the best environment possible for all those learning so they have a positive learning experience. Number 10, encourage and guide all participants and students to be responsible for their behaviour and their own performances and development. Okay, by you also highlighting to your children and students that it's their responsibility to do well, it's their hard work that will get them those results. And with us saying the same thing on the mat, it means they're getting the message from 2 different directions, so it really reinforces that message that their hard work is going to be what helps pay off for them. Okay, and that's crucial. They need to be responsible for their own actions as they grow older, so we want to help them learn how to do that from a young age. Number 11, if you're watching from the sidelines, we don't mind, we love it when you watch, but what we ask is that please stay off of electronic devices, and if you can't for whatever reason, at least make sure they're turned on silent. The last thing we want is any classes to be disrupted by constant sounds going off from electronic devices like mobile phones, tablets, mobile gaming devices. We don't need that, and the students don't need that level of distraction all the time. It means that it's taking more time away from their learning and development, and they may fall behind as a result, okay, or they lose focus, and that's not helpful either. So if you're here and you need to be on an electronic device, maybe you have some work to do, and we totally get that, okay, make sure it's on silent so that it doesn't disturb the class, but where possible, we'd love it if you just put your devices down and watch your children grow and develop, because these are some of the best memories you're going to get of them, and you're going to see them achieve some amazing things. Number 12, just to further reinforce, all mobile phones must be on silent when you're at the dojo. We are not here to make sure we cause constant distractions for anyone around us, so please make sure all phones, etc. are turned on silent. Number 13, please keep any noise to a minimum. And the reason why we ask is very simple. We don't want to be competing for the attention of our students. And what I mean by that is, we're trying to teach and we're having to raise our voices so loud so that we're talking louder than those that are watching. It's going to look to the students like we're shouting at them, and we never want our students to feel like we're shouting at them. That's not what we want to do at all, and you don't want us to shout at your children either. So what we ask is that please make sure you keep any talking to as quiet as possible, and try not to be over the top so that we don't have to then raise our voices to the students we're teaching. Number 14, this is a really important one. We ask you to refrain from doing any form of discipline when it comes to being at the dojo. Okay, if your child has done anything while they're here, that is our responsibility. As soon as they step through the door and they're on our mats, that is up to us. If they do anything wrong, or any other child does anything wrong, please do not get involved. Okay, if we've not seen something, please bring it to our attention by calling us over and having a chat with us privately, but do not discipline your children whilst they're on the mats. And the reason that is very important, they need to understand the hierarchy of what's going on. So they need to understand the person on the mat that is teaching them is in charge of them at that point in time. As soon as you then start trying to take control of that again, they no longer see us as being the authoritative figure on the mat anymore. They think that you are the most important person there. Now, whilst that is the case when you're away from here, when you're here, because of the level of training and years we've dedicated to this, when it comes to martial arts, we need to be the authority figure on the mat, and that must stay that way so they learn to respect and grow with us so we can truly help them and develop. But we also get this, if they do something wrong, do not worry, we will deal with it. Sometimes we do things in different ways, and it's maybe because of personal issues they have going on. They may even have disabilities you may not know. Okay, we are very aware of that. But at the same time, if you're not sure, please call us over and have a talk with us. We don't mind, but just don't discipline yourselves. Make sure you bring it to our attention, and we'll also talk you through with you and then with the student if we need to. And that's it, that's the last of the code of conduct. Okay, so a lot of rules to follow, and we totally understand, but we know you can do it, okay? Any questions though, as always, please just speak to us. We don't mind. We'd like to be really open. We'd like to help you understand why the rules are in place. So please just get in touch and ask us. We do not mind, and we're always happy to work with you.